So your air conditioning unit in your 1975 Corvette Stingray comes with a compressor that sits here. Took that out. It runs up to a condenser that sits in front of your radiator. I took that out. And it runs inside of here to a box that I don't know, some other sealed condenser or compressor or reducer or something sits in this box that I just took out. And it was a struggle, I'm not going to lie. Especially this screw right, right here. This screw was a B word that I'm not allowed to say, because I didn't want to take it out from inside. So I grabbed it with vice grips and I just turned it from the outside until it let go of the box. Then I had to pull the box out, and there's not much room. I had to take my overflow tank out. And this is why you want to take that out once in a while. You can see here that we have quite a buildup of leaves and dirt and stuff that you don't really want sitting inside there. So, that wasn't my reason for taking it out, although I've seen videos of people taking this out, and they have the exact same situation. I wanted to take mine out because I wanted to get to the final air conditioning piece of my air conditioning unit. Well, I don't know. This is probably important, and this is probably important, but that's going to stay on the car. But what's inside the box is this. And you can see that it was a Harrison unit from General Motors from Lockport, New York. And this is the final piece that I want out of this car. My air conditioner was not working, and I'm sure that it wasn't upgraded to the new whatever you're supposed to use, but maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. The guy I bought it from certainly has no idea. But I'm going to follow what Tom from Problem Solver Garage did with his AC unit in his 69 Vet, and take it out, and I'm gonna plug the holes that remain when it's gone. There are two kind of big holes. Don't do that. That you have to cover this whole rectangle and semicircle at the bottom. There are two of those. And there is the circle hole down here, though it looks like that would be easy to plug. Anyway, so that's my intention with this. I think they're in working order, so there might be somebody out there with a 75 Vet that wants to restore it to original or whatever. So I'll throw it on the Facebook marketplace and see if somebody wants to pick it up for real cheap. But I've also bought headers for my exhaust system and to replace the stock exhaust manifolds. And having this box out is going to afford me a ton of room to work. Any video I've watched about putting in headers, they say that they had to pull the engine. They didn't think they had to pull the engine, but they ended up pulling the engine. But, geez, I mean, if you look at the kind of space I just bought myself, I feel like I have now a ton more room to work with. So, I guess it's one of those we'll cross that bridge when we get there things. Yep. Today I took off some brackets that were attached here and here. And now that the bolts don't have brackets attached to them, the bolt is too long, which I already had that issue here with this exhaust bolt. It's too long and sticks out. But also, the brackets then attach also to the water pump. And so my idea was I would take one bolt out and then shift the bracket and then put that bolt back in, and then take the other bolt out and remove the bracket and put that bolt back in. But this thing was, you can see this bolt, which also had another bracket attached to it, is now too long. So I have to be more careful in my planning of that. I think I can do it if I take this bolt out and have the replacement bolt ready. Then I can just loosen this, push this down, put the replacement bolt in, seal it up, take this bolt out, put the replacement bolt in, and get it plugged lickety-split. And then I could take this bracket off. This had a bracket on it as well, but it had a locker nut down here, and then the stud, and then this is just a nut that I was able to remove. It's kind of scary because I'm working over a storm drain, and this nut fell off, and I thought it went down the drain, but it landed right down there on the edge of this cross member. But it was hiding in all the muck, so I couldn't see it for a while, but I found it. Anyway, man, this really opens things up. I'm excited to continue on with this. I'm so glad to get all that garbage out. It appears that they put a brand new heater core in there. These are the water pipes that run to the heater core. They look brand new as well. I had an issue with this one up here, but geez, everything's looking pretty good. I mean, it's filthy, but I'm really happy with the progress so far. Yeah, so to be continued. Oh, geez. Oh, Spencer and I bled the brakes today. Looks like I got a little spillage over there. I don't think there's any worries about a brake fluid leak. I've never had that issue, so cross my fingers and hope for the best. Yeah, yep. It's looking good. I did want to do something about this intake manifold. I I just don't like the Chevy orange. I might be prosecuted to the fullest extent for saying such a thing. I know some people think it's the mark of God or something. I don't know, but it's orange. Why do you pick orange? They used to use a blue. Why didn't they stick with blue? But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Chevy orange. So I was talking to Spencer about uh, painting it. He's like, "Well, you'll have to take your engine apart to do that." There's just so much here. I think he's mostly right about it. But yeah, I don't know. No, I'm just rambling on. So I guess I'll shut up and end this video on a high note. The sun has sunk down into the west, and it's Easter Sunday, by the way. So praise the Lord. Jesus is risen, and um, that's good news. So, also, since I'm rambling on, I talked to Spencer about this as well, of taping things off, and I'm going to clean this up with a wire brush and then shoot it with some Rust-Oleum. Might paint the hinges too. And then, yeah, I have some plans for the future, but this will sure look nice if I get it cleaned up and painted and stuff. So, yep. Okay, that's it. What do you think? So, I have her blocked up on jack stands. Did the brakes today, took all the tires off. And also, I found that with the tires off, I have really good access to cleaning some of the worst parts that were really hard to get to. And look at this little find that I found. I don't know, maybe I could dig in there and find some buried gold or something. I don't know. But I was not able really to get around to this power steering piece. And so it's still really messy. But now I'll have good access and get a lot of things cleaned up. And I've seen people paint these wheel wells with a black paint, and they look really sharp. I've seen people paint their calipers. If you have wheels that show your calipers, I guess that would be important, but the Corvette wheels, you're not really looking at calipers with those on, so I don't see that as a real necessary thing. Also, my frame was, well, and still is, I believe, really good. I mean, you see some how to look for a Corvette videos, and the first thing they say is you got to check the frame and the bird cage and blah, blah, blah. And there, along the frame, there's holes underneath further that way. And people are putting their fingers up in the holes and dragging out chunks of rust. So that was metal that was falling apart. And I don't have that issue, but I have watched videos on how to keep your undercarriage good. I always thought that you use that rubberized paint, but somebody made a good explanation saying that if you paint, you lock in any moisture that was there, and that would continue to eat away and rust away at whatever. So they tried all these different products, and I think Blaster makes a really good product. So I think once I'm ready, I'll spray everything down with that. And you can get an attachment that can go into holes and go one way or the other, and does a 360-degree spray as you spray it out and spray around. So you get it all covered in that. I know Tom from Problem Solver Garage has said that he uses bar oil from chainsaw, basically, because it has to be, somewhat environmentally okay, because it's always flying out of chainsaws everywhere. Anyway, so whatever. I'll look into that and get that when I'm ready. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about things. So, all right, time to end this video. See ya.